Hey everybody, it's Casey July from the July Studio, and I am here today with my third installment, I really can't count, of So Unprofessional. And today I'm going to say, where my baes at? So, for those of you who don't know, that was a reference to Miranda Sings, and I'll obviously put a link down to her stuff down below for you guys to find. She's an amazing comedian. She's a singer and an artist, and she has a TV show on Netflix, and she has been a huge inspiration to me. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happens when you're building your business and you start to have success and your friends just disappear into the great unknown, and you have no idea where my baes at. Where my baes at? All right, so in all seriousness, my first couple of videos, So Unprofessional, I was talking to you about some things that were happening to me in my business. I just want to reiterate that this is all stuff that's happening to me. If you have advice or comments, or you want to keep watching, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, make sure to comment, so that we can keep the conversation about this stuff going. Today, I'd like to share with you, my experience has taught me that there are three kinds of friends when you are an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, this is like an unofficial definition, is a person that makes things happen. A lot of times people think an entrepreneur is someone who gets rich, and a lot of entrepreneurs get rich. In fact, they can make and lose money continuously without anybody even noticing. When the news and the media get their hands on big people like President Trump, who makes and loses money all the time. He does all of these crazy things all the time, and that's why people know who he is and what he's done. He's in the spotlight all the time. It is also true for small business owners. We can make or break ourselves over and over and over again. And a lot of the times no one else even notices. You can have a really good season and be really financially stable for 4, 5, 6 months. Or you could have a really bad season and live off of your savings for a year, and no one can even notice. Like, no one even knows that you're going through that kind of financial strife. So today, three kinds of friends. Okay, so once again, this is not something that I made up. This is something that I have learned through building my business. Number one, you have friends who do not care about your product. They just want you to succeed. They don't care what you're making. They don't care what your business is. They're literally just there for you to see you succeed. And your failures are their failures. Your successes are their successes. Blah, 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 blah. They're there to cheer you on no matter what. And those are the purest kinds of friends. Those are the kinds of friendships that can last your whole life. Those are the kinds of friendships that the love can survive a fallout. Maybe you don't talk very much. Maybe you move away from each other. But the love for each other is not based on a product. So the love and the intimacy stays there. Number two kind of friend is a friend that is because of the product. Now, this can be someone who learns about what you do for a living or learns about your product, and then you become friends. And so they have a little bit more of an intimacy with you because they get energized and they get charged up by your success, and then they also are disappointed or hurt by your failure. But the whole reason they came to you was because of the product. Either they are a client, or someone referred them to you, or they saw your artwork, or you worked together on a project and it turned them into a fan. And it's not that they don't care about you. They're just related to the product. Their relationship to you is through the product. And the third kind of friend is someone who becomes a friend with you, someone who takes interest in your product, someone who is interested in success and failure, only because they want to take advantage of you. They either want product for free, or they want to get some kind of, they want to do some kind of a collaboration, or they want to figure out some way for them to profit from your product. Sometimes you have people who are very businesslike and very straightforward. It's about the product. It's about what they can get out of you. Sometimes you have people who actually pretend to be your friend. And they pretend like you guys are like building a friendship and an intimacy, even if it's based on the product. But at some point, you realize that all that they were doing was trying to take advantage of you for the sake of the product, not to build an intimate relationship with you or a friendship with you. So this is just kind of something that I just kind of wanted to tag along because, and this is where the so unprofessional comes in and where my Baes at for the July studio. I am now at a point where I have enough people messaging me. I have enough people getting in touch with me. I have enough projects on my table that what kind of friendships I have with people, it's kind of starting to come out. Ernest Hemingway said something along the lines of, the sun always burns off the fog. And this is something that I have kept with me, and I've thought to myself over and over again when I'm building relationships. When things get tough, when you succeed, when you have failures, that's when you're going to start seeing what kind of relationships you actually have with people. And you have some people, I have a lifelong friend that I've known almost basically since our teens. And at a point in our past, we kind of had a falling out with each other and we don't talk to each other. But I think about that person almost every single day. And I do kind of follow that person and I know where they are and what they're going through. And I still think about them and I still have a lot of love in my heart for them. That has nothing to do with the July studio. That has nothing to do with my product. I also have people on the other end who are actual real life scam artists who have stole thousands of dollars from people, who have taken advantage of me or my networking or my product. And I don't speak to them because what they did is they took advantage of what I had to give. And when I found that out, I just stopped speaking to them. I stopped having anything to do with them. So now what happens is someone messages me and they're like, oh, do you know blah, blah, blah? Or why have you never worked with blah, blah, blah? Or have you ever met blah, blah, blah? And I have to be really careful what I say, because if I say that person's a scam artist, the messages I get back are things like, you're just trying to stir up drama. You're so unprofessional. You're so rude. You're such a diva. You think you're so better than everybody else. Excuse me. But what happens is either I decide to just say, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you anymore about this, or I have to decide to say, here's the information that I have. Here's the proof that I have. When it comes to people that you go out with and you hang out with, I have a lot of people that I sincerely care about, that I still really consider my friends. The minute, like, they were all right there with me when things were kind of mediocre, when I was kind of almost successful. The minute I became successful, they're nowhere to be found. And a lot of the times you're going to run into people they're cheerleaders for you until you win. And it's really hard for them, for whatever they're going through, to look at you and be happy for you. It's really hard for them to cheer you on because you took that step, you took that leap, and you crossed over into success. And you have to remember, this is the big deal about all of this today, is you have to remember that when you're messaging someone or texting someone, you're talking to a person. You're talking to a real person. So if you get in touch with me or someone like me and you're like, so-and-so has got this huge project and you should talk to them, and the person says, I'm really sorry, but I'm not interested in working with them, or that's not up my alley, or that's not something I'm going to do with my time. You have to remember that not everybody has to work together. Not everybody has to be friends. And not everybody is looking out for everybody else's best interest. All right, everybody. That's our 10 minutes for today. Thanks for listening. Remember, comment below if you've had issues with this in your business. If you'd like to give me a little bit of insight, maybe some advice on some things that you've done when you've had similar issues. Like, comment, and make sure to subscribe so that you can keep following my videos. Tonight, I'm going to be having my first #SoDrunk interview, and that video will be released over the next week. That was my doggy. Talk to you soon. Take care of yourself. Lily, tell him. Take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.